Welcome back to Homeschooling Through High School. This is the summer series. Today, we will discuss this. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you can get all of the new content as it comes out. All right, let's get started. Let's start with electives and miscellaneous. I'm still in the works for looking for a hymn study. So if you already commented, I've been looking at those items from my 10th grade curriculum choices. But if you have not, please let me know if you know of a great hymn study or fine arts study for all of my kids to do as a family. I'm in the search for that. Here is our middle school planner for my 7th and 8th grader by Not Consumed. Here are some of the definites. My 7th grader is planning on playing the cello. My 8th grader is planning on continuing to play the violin. My 7th grader is going to be in film and theater classes. And my 8th grader, just theater classes. And then year-round learning, just life in general, we will be using this life skills book alongside with maturation. We'll be continuing that, and safety and anything else that comes along called life, right? So I'll be walking alongside them and making sure I turn it into a learning moment at any time. And then we won't have a set Bible curriculum this year. We are going to just talk about youth apologetics and what it means to just live in this world nowadays. So I might as well inquire with you if you have any great apologetics books for tweens and teens. Please let me know. Any websites, podcasts, anything. I would love to have it. Like I said, I'm doing a set curriculum this year, but I would love all of the resources. So for science, we have this guy right here. This is Human Anatomy and Physiology. Here are just some of the books that we will be using, and this will also tie in for my high schooler who will be taking an elective that will include nutrition. So I'm going to tie that in with my girls as well. So 7th, 8th, and 10th grade. And so here is the Art of Problem Solving book for pre-algebra, and then Introduction to Algebra. So my 7th grader will be doing pre-algebra. This is the book my son used and my daughter used, and now my youngest is going to use. And this is the Introduction to Algebra that my 8th grader will be using. So 7th grade, 8th grade. All right, and so this is Introduction to Algebra, Algebra 1, basically is what my 8th grader will be doing. All right, and if you looked at my 10th grade curriculum, you'll notice that my 10th grader is also using this same book because part 1 is in the front of the book and part 2 is the latter part of the book. For history, all right, let's chat about history. We will be using this BJU book as a base, and then we will be supplementing and diving in lightly with these additional books and a ton of other American history reading books. I do plan on using some of Guest Hollow's American history curriculum resources alongside these books that I have shown you to create a well-rounded, eclectic American history mix. These are all the same books that I am using for my 10th grader, except these I will be using very gently. I explained that in his curriculum choice video, and I also explained why I use secular and Christian books. These are secular books, these are Christian books. Each year I use a different base curriculum book, and then I use these books as well as other resources to tie in knowledge, research, etc., so that my kids will be able to do research, fact-checked items, know history more than I did, and be able to have a conversation about it. And they can make choices based off of what they have read and make decisions and come to their own opinions. This is why I combine secular and Christian books. I find that the Christian texts just don't have everything. And so I want them to be more well-rounded than I ever was. And lastly, for language arts, we are using this American literature book. Okay, and this one this year that we're using is by BJU. We will tie in, sorry about that, I'm trying to get to the front page for you here. We will tie in Wordly Wise as well. And we will continue to do Fix It Grammar. There are lots and lots of reading books that we will be reading over the school year. And as you can see, this American history and this American literature ties into each other with American history, and it will just be a fantastic year of American learning. All right, so if you have any questions or any thoughts, please share it below. If you have any ideas for a hymn study or a fine art study or things along that line that all three of my kids can use, 7th, 8th, and 10th grade, I'd love to hear from you. And we will see you next time.